Captain Button and the Lost Planet. In the vast, inky tapestry of the cosmos, where stars glittered like scattered diamonds, lived the smallest but most intrepid space explorer, Captain Button. No taller than a thimble, with a helmet that seemed disproportionately large for his tiny frame, he piloted his custom-built acorn-shaped spaceship, the Stardust, through nebulae and asteroid fields. His constant companion was Gears, a loyal and resourceful robot sidekick, whose metallic clanks and whirs often provided the only sound in the silent void of space. One crisp galactic morning, an urgent distress signal echoed through the Stardust's tiny cockpit. A planet, known affectionately as Xylos 7 to its orbiting neighbors, had vanished from its accustomed spot in the Andromeda system. Xylos 7 was a vibrant world, famous for its singing rivers and forests that glowed with bioluminescent flora. Its disappearance sent ripples of panic across the sector. Gears, plot a course for the last known coordinates of Xylos 7. Captain Button declared, his voice a determined squeak. This looks like a job for the smallest explorer with the biggest courage. Gears, with a series of efficient clicks and whirs, adjusted the Stardust's trajectory. Their journey took them through the Whispering Wastes, a region of space notorious for its phantom signals and shifting gravitational anomalies. Sensors are picking up. Nothing, Captain, Gears reported, its optical sensors scanning the emptiness. It's as if Xylos 7 simply ceased to exist. Captain Button, ever the optimist, peered through the viewport, his tiny hand shielding his eyes. Nonsense, Gears. Nothing truly disappears in the universe. It's merely waiting to be found. Days blurred into weeks as they followed faint energy trails and deciphered cryptic subspace messages. Their quest led them to the fringes of the uncharted sector, a swirling vortex of iridescent dust and cosmic gas known as the Imagination Anomaly. Legend had it that this was a place where the laws of physics bent to the whims of thought. As the Stardust ventured deeper, strange phenomena began to occur. Their ship, usually steadfast, seemed to bob and weave as if on an invisible ocean. Gears' internal chronometer started displaying random numbers, and Captain Button swore he saw a giant, friendly space whale swim past his window, even though space whales were strictly mythological. Captain, gravitational fluctuations are off the charts, Gears exclaimed, its usually calm voice laced with alarm. And my logical processors are detecting a parade of sentient teacups? Captain Button gasped, his eyes wide. Gears, look. Up ahead. Emerging from the swirling anomaly was a planet unlike any they had ever seen. It was a kaleidoscope of colors, constantly shifting and reforming. Mountains spun like carousels, rivers flowed upwards, and trees bore fruit shaped like musical instruments. And floating gently above it all, like a magnificent, impossible balloon, was Xylos 7. Their target wasn't lost. It had been stolen by the Imagination Anomaly, drawn in by the sheer creative energy radiating from this new fantastical world. They carefully navigated the Stardust towards Xylos 7, which was now tethered to the vibrant planet by shimmering rainbow-colored beams of light. Upon landing on the fantastical world, which they later learned was called Whimsy, Captain Button and Gears were greeted by a chorus of giggling winged creatures that resembled animated paintbrushes. They explained, in a series of musical chirps and splashes of color, that Whimsy was a world powered by imagination. The more you dream, the more things float, one paintbrush chirped, making a small, fluffy cloud levitate. And Xylos 7? It has the best dreams. The planet Whimsy, in its boundless capacity for creation, had accidentally imagined Xylos 7 right out of its orbit, drawn to its vibrant life force. Captain Button and Gears realized they couldn't simply tug Xylos 7 back. They had to respectfully return it, understanding the delicate balance of Whimsy's unique ecosystem. We need to find a way to gently release Xylos 7 without disrupting Whimsy's gravity, Captain Button pondered aloud. Perhaps we can channel some of its imagination to guide Xylos 7 home. He spent days studying the flow of creative energy on Whimsy, observing how the inhabitants' thoughts literally shaped their environment. With Gears' help, he designed a magnificent dream diverter, a device that could gently redirect Whimsy's imaginative pull. The paintbrushes, captivated by Captain Button's ingenious plan, happily assisted, their chirps forming a symphony of construction. As the dream diverter was activated, A gentle hum filled the air. Rainbow-colored energy surged, flowing from whimsy through the device, and then subtly nudging Xylos 7. The tethering beams of light gradually softened, like wisps of cotton candy dissolving in the breeze. Slowly, gracefully, Xylos 7 began its journey back towards the Andromeda system. The paintbrushes waved their tiny brushes in farewell, their vibrant colors forming a beautiful send-off mural in the sky. Captain Button and Gears watched from the stardust as the beloved planet drifted away, a beacon of hope against the starry backdrop. Back in its proper orbit, Xylos 7's singing rivers and glowing forests rejoiced. Captain Button and Gears were hailed as heroes. Yet the greatest treasure they brought back wasn't just a planet, but a newfound understanding of the universe's limitless wonders. They had discovered a world where imagination was not just a fleeting thought but a tangible force, capable of moving planets and painting galaxies.